is yours, right?
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully it will show up. A second. Come on. Yes. All right, welcome everyone. My name is Ivan Poddubny. I am the customer support and enablement manager for DAOS, reporting to Brad. So thank you, Brad, for the introduction. What you see on the screen is our release schedule as it stands right now. So one thing I would like to point out right away is things may be adjusted once the technical steering committee is fully elected and the chair of the TSC takes over, and they have own meetings. But as of today, as you know, in September we released DAOS 2.4. Yes, it took a long time for us to release it, unfortunately, but there was a good reason for it. Unfortunately, last year Intel made a big decision about disconnecting PMAM, discontinuing PMAM, I should say. And that essentially forced us to change plans. So last year, Doug, Joan spoke about it. I'm not going to go into details. But with the 2.4, we can now support both PMAM and non-PMAM configurations. Right now, it's in the technical preview stage. So what it means is you can try it, you can use it. You can use it in production. There will be some limitations though. So your size, the main limitation is the size of the metadata. It's going to be expensive for you, unfortunately. The size of metadata is limited by RAM. So you want more metadata, you need more RAM on your system. This limitation will be removed, and I'll talk about it in a second. So what we're trying to do right now is one of the key items is we're trying to move to a 6 months cadence for DAOS. It's going to be a little bit challenging for us due to the size of the team behind DAOS right now. But that's one of the biggest goals for us, that next year we'll have 2 releases. One earlier in the year and the second one in the second half of the year. Essentially, we're targeting sometime March, April for the first release, and October, early November before the SC as a second release. The other key difference here is you can see those little designations with the Intel release and DAOS Foundation release. Because DAOS Foundation was just announced a couple days ago, and 2.6 was planned way before that, DAOS 2.6 will be an Intel release. After that, all releases will transfer to DAOS Foundation, and technically the Foundation will be responsible for the for releasing those. Key items about the couple upcoming releases, 2.6 and 2.8. I'll focus more on these because anything beyond 3. Starting with 3.0 and beyond, as I said, may be adjusted based on technical steering committee input and input from the customers, the partners, etc. So one key item is the non-PMAM support phase will move to production. So it will be fully allowed, quote unquote, to be used in the production environment. The initial plan of having the phase 2 of the project to be in 2.6 got scrapped. We just don't have enough resources to do it in the time frame that we set for ourselves. So, other interesting items in the 2.6, there will be scalability improvements, catastrophic recovery. We are, one of the items in 2.4, we introduced a new interception library, which some of our partners are already using. That interception library, the functionality will be improved, and the library will support additional calls, additional features, and will be more stable overall. So that's 2.6. 2.8, that's where we're going to introduce the phase 2 of the non-PMAM support. And the key item with the phase 2 is the limitation with the RAM will be removed. So yes, I know it's a year from now, but please bear with us. I know a lot of people asking when can we start using it, can we start officially, like when are you gonna remove this limitation. So please bear with us. The feature itself is in development right now. It's not like we're sitting until the last moment to start developing it. No, we're developing it today. It's being developed in a separate branch, in a separate feature branch. So if you are interested in contributing, if you're interested in developing it, trying it, testing it, by all means, download, compile, and you can use it even today. So, yeah, I guess, oh, and the other interesting part of 2.8 I'm gonna focus on, actually two, is the tiered storage support. Some of you are calling it a cache layer essentially, but we're calling it the tiered storage support with the two or more layers of storage, one faster, one slower. And the incremental rebuild and reintegration. So what this feature will do is if you have a DAOS node dropping off your cluster for whatever reason, either you do it on purpose to service the node, or you the node has crashed. You don't necessarily want to, or you may not want to reintegrate this node right back to the cluster. The reason for that is maybe it took a while to copy the objects from that node, and the cluster is now balanced and established and so on. So there will be this option to essentially artificially stop reintegration and then give the admin control to bring the node back into the cluster. Right. So for 3.0, as I said, I'm not going to focus much on these, but do you guys have any questions about the current release or the next couple releases? All right, so Michael, over to you, I guess. Yep, thanks.